Welcome to Pull the Pin Radio, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions on the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Mike. Let's pull the pin.
Yes, indeed. Let's really pull the pin.
So much to talk about.
Yeah, it's actually, actually there is some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
All of it seems dry though, right?
Yeah, so let's just keep it dealing with the military and our, finally, if it's true, how we're going to withdraw from Afghanistan.
Afghanistan? Are we in Afghanistan?
Yeah, oh man, Iran, sorry.
Oh, you mean Iran, right.
Yeah,
we're going to withdraw from Iran.
Or
right.
Bosnia, Kosovo.
No? Are we in Bosnia?
Germany, that's what it was, Germany.
Wait a minute. Are you sure it's not Iceland?
Yeah, that's the one. That was the next one on my list, yeah.
Iceland, all right.
Yeah.
So we're going to withdraw from all of them, right? At some point.
Yeah, at some point or another. Yeah.
How long has Afghanistan been going?
Ooh, if not close to 20, I want to say over 20 years. We've had some sort of footprint over there.
That's insane, right? Can you imagine that? Like longer than some kids have been alive.
Yeah.
Like, especially the ones born last month. Okay, simple math. Gotta keep it on my level.
So what do you think about that?
About what? Kids born last month?
Yeah, but us coming out of Afghanistan.
Well, I think you alluded to it earlier. If it's true.
Yeah.
Like if we've been there for 20 years, why now?
It's almost like, where are you going with this?
Why don't we make it the 52nd state?
Yeah, you might as well. The hell with DC. We don't need to do DC. We got Afghanistan. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the former administration had a plan to withdraw them, and what I think I understood was that Biden actually extended the withdrawal to September. I saw that in the news somewhere, and I think Afghanistan was a little irritated at that because they wanted the troops withdrawal when they agreed upon, and Biden extended it. And I did just see an article that they're sending 650 more troops and apparently like B-5 bombers over there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means unless that's to ensure a safe withdrawal. Like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, me neither. But I do know that the embassies over there are telling U.S. citizens they might want to leave.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. The State Department ordered the embassy in, I know, the capital, Kabul, to hey, get ready, you guys coming home.
Huh? Is that because they want everyone out, or is that because you think there's something coming?
Well, no, I think it's because we are withdrawing, and once we withdraw, people are saying, oh, violence is going to start to escalate, and one of the reasons why no one's attacking the embassy in Kabul is because basically you got our military right there. Our military is like a quick reaction force.
Sure, that's why I was asking, because we have embassies all over, right?
Right.
So if we totally vacate
if we take the U.S. soldiers out of there, then they're not as safe, let's say. So maybe that's why the State Department's just put their word out, say, hey, it's about time, start reducing your force or your footprint.
Yeah, we don't want another embassy going up under fire under another Democratic president either, right?
Right.
Because that might look really bad.
Oh yeah, it looked extremely bad. Well, to me, it looks extremely bad for any president. Depends on their reaction, because something can happen right now. The president can't control that. It's their reaction that what we judge them off of.
Well, there's something to say for preparation too. I mean, if you've been were you in Saudi Arabia?
No.
No, I've been to Saudi Arabia in the base that was set up, and I mean, without declaring its weaknesses, it was pretty tight. I mean, there was a lot of security measures there, so that's good preparation. So if anything were to happen, they wouldn't get far.
So when you say it's good preparation, they're not using American soldiers though.
No, but you got physical barriers like walls. Walls work.
Oh yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, they have walls. That at the embassy.
Right, they've got all kinds of other things they can use.
If
it's local security, then you got to worry about what side are they really on.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man, I forgot. Insider threat. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty.
So
That's the hidden danger that we really can't always predict.
right. I just noticed something, but that's okay. But anyway, yeah. So if it's still like some type of U.S. force doing the security, I think a lot of people don't realize those people, those Americans who work in the embassy, they don't like live on the compound. They live
Right.
down in the city somewhere. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I think there are some embassies, if I'm not mistaken, that are set up where they can provide that
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
compound, but I
Yep.
don't think that's the norm.
No. No. Absolutely
Yeah,
not. Yep.
because it's
But
usually,
I
yeah, they're
think
usually. But sorry.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I said they're usually set up in closer to the scheme of business. And you
Yeah.
can't fit houses and all that in there unless you've already got an established place.
Right. Right. It's normally just one, like, let's call it an office building, or
Right,
maybe like one and a half or something like that. Like not so big, but
right.
yeah. As far as like living quarters and things of that nature, nah, that's not the norm.
Yeah, unless we're the ones building the embassy, it's probably set
Right.
up by the host nation who puts it where it's convenient for them, and you
Hmm.
know puts all their defensive measures inside,
Well, I
cameras and
think yeah, but I asked you the question about what do you think about the withdrawal or
well,
potential withdrawal? But I
I,
think it's a
I
good
person,
idea.
yeah, 20 years. I don't even know why we're there.
Yeah.
I have no idea right now. I literally do
Yeah.
not know why we're in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
remember Saudi Arabia when that all went. I have no idea. Like, I didn't go to Afghanistan. Obviously, you were working over there. I didn't go. I have no idea why we were even there.
Yeah.
And that's another one of those what I would call the Vietnams. Where that's a hard battle over there.
Hmm.
Clearly, that's an issue. So we withdraw now. How does that look? I mean, do we walk away like, oh, okay, we're done, we fixed the problem, or do we walk away looking like we didn't do something, or how does the aesthetics look from that?
Do you really care?
I personally don't care.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah, I personally
Yeah.
don't care because, like I said, after 20 years, I don't even think anybody would notice that we walked away from it.
I think the oh, what do they call them? Man, I forgot all of that. The leaders over there who were looked at as being our allies, they will know.
Oh
They
yeah,
will know. They're gonna know when we leave, because
yeah.
then the enemy is gonna get revved back up, and who knows? We might be back over there in some capacity.
Right, right. Especially if we didn't go over there and finish what we needed to do, which is what puzzles me why we were there 20 years. Or we just
Right.
setting up security. Like, is that all we were doing? Were we guarding, assets and just prolonging something?
Well, I have to say this that from what I remember, Afghanistan, the leadership there, they did ask us for help, ask us to come over to rid them of the what we call terrorists.
Right,
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? Like those
What they call the other
tribe.
side.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? But my thing is, okay, what's in it for us? What's in it for the U.S.? That's the
So
part I never knew.
would that be considered the lesser of two terrorists?
Some people will say that. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
the
either
lesser of two
side. So,
terrorists. Yeah, but we did a
what
lot,
was?
man. When I was over there in Kandahar, I've seen a lot over there, especially with that hospital and the things they did for citizens over there. And you got to think, I was a contractor and I couldn't even be seen in the hospital.
So you're
Yeah.
saying we did for people over there?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was like humanitarian efforts too, which is probably why they didn't want us to leave. Also,
Yeah.
the money we're putting in there, the things we're doing over there. Yeah,
Yep. And I was
yeah.
like,
And now,
man,
but now
it's
they
just
want us to
I've
tell.
seen a lot. I've seen a lot that I don't even know if I could really speak on it, so I'm not. But they a lot of them over there benefited from our presence.
Oh, that's
You know what
that's
I
the
mean?
norm anytime we go
Yeah.
anywhere, even if it's just equipment that we leave buried in the sand.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Heard about that.
yeah. That's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Right. So we figured, right, we couldn't find the weapons of mass destruction buried, so we might as well put the tanks in the same place.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, and I had this conversation over there a lot of times about weapons of mass destruction. But from what I know, yeah, they had them over there.
Yeah, and I've heard that from other people too. So
Yeah,
I'm not here to argue or
right, right, right.
contest that because I don't know.
Yeah,
I've heard people say that they've had stuff, found stuff, but I was
yeah.
just making a joke because burying stuff isn't really, it's a silly thing. At least sell it, get some money back.
Yeah.
You know.
Some people will say that's both. They buried it, got the money, and
Oh,
then told someone where to go to get it.
you know what? That's a very good angle. I didn't even consider, and it's very probable.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I think we shouldn't leave Afghanistan unless we meet this one condition.
Uh oh.
Yeah. What?
No, what?
I think we should not leave any country we're at war with until we build a Trump Tower.
I'm done. Goodbye. No. Why a Trump tower?
Why not?
Why am
Why
I
not?
in it? So
Why
what?
not? Why
He's
not?
not
We'll
the
just.
president.
It doesn't matter. We can stamp. It's like a rubber stamp for
I
the
can't even
government.
say an Obama one. I can't even say a Bush one because we were over there before him too. Jeez.
But no,
You know?
well, it's not that the president itself. It's that there is a
Right.
such thing as a Trump Tower. And there was supposed to be one in Russia. There's supposed to be one in China. So let's just
Oh,
put Trump
okay.
Towers all
Hey,
over
let's
it.
just keep it going. Keep it going.
That would be
Yeah.
the signature that America has left, and now we can, prosper, keep the
Right.
money coming in.
Turn it down.
Yeah,
Right.
that would make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Okay. I don't agree with that, but I get your point.
You don't have
Yeah.
to.
If you build it, you'll just be sitting there like, I told you, Mike. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, think of the money, the money the U.S. will funnel over there to keep the tower up, and then it'll go out the back door. Hey, we need more
Yeah.
towels.
Yes.
Again? We just sent 3,000 last month. Yeah, well, they're going quick. I think that's in line with what you were just talking about.
Right, right.
Buried tanks.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we talk and we joke about this, but the only reason we're making light of it is it really exists. That's how these people in power know these things. They do these little backdoor things, offshore
yeah.
accounts. I mean, the insider trading stuff.
Yeah.
The Nancy Pelosi buying stock in Tesla right before they say everything's going electric. And I mean, she's not the only one, but obviously I have this fascination with Pelosi. Yeah. That is, well, the North Carolina clown that did it too when Corona was coming out, and he was a Republican. So it's just so sad. But those are the same people keeping us in the wars. Why?
Right.
Like you said, what does America get from it?
Right.
Go. Like I think you've said it before. Lots of people say, just follow the money.
Yeah.
Go look at where the people in politics have ties.
Yeah.
And they're in the companies that work over there, companies that supply them, companies that it's where they have the money.
Yeah.
And
And
we
that's
wonder
why
how
a
they
lot of
become
people are saying that we shouldn't pull out of Afghanistan. And
the people. You mean the
yeah.
people getting rich say that?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Exactly. I mean, the same thing that the left used to say about damn, what was his name? Vice President. Man, I'm losing it. Cheney.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? They used to say he was getting rich, even though he sold all his stock and all that other stuff. But they said he was getting rich off the war and everything. I'm like, who's not?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Someone is. A bunch of them are. That's why anytime someone wants to stay in a place like Afghanistan, and they never say why.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, let's say, since it's President Biden now, President Biden is pulling us out of. I disagree. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea.
Well,
Okay,
they do
give
have
me a
some
little
fail
bit more.
safes, right? They have some fail safes like the vacuum effect. We pull out, then the terrorists come back and take. Somebody rises to power, but they already have power there.
Yeah,
Right? It's
but
not like
that goes
Afghanistan
back
is.
to something that you said before. Okay, when is our job done?
When did
You
it
get what I'm
start?
saying? Yeah.
Like,
When are we going to complete this mission? When can the next president? Well, can't go on an aircraft carrier, but they pull up the banner that says "Mission Accomplished." You know what I
president? You
mean?
mean our president? He can't even get up on the plane
He
unless they have an
can.
elevator.
Oh God! How about an escalator?
Whatever. Well, I don't know. Those are still stairs. He might try to cheat the system and run.
Man, you guys are brutal, man. You're brutal. It's funny, but brutal. Good
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah.
It begs the question, like when we think about these things, like, okay, 9/11 was 9/11, right?
Yeah.
So we can all say why we went to war in 9/11. Not that I'm saying it was justified or whatever like that. I'm not saying
Right.
that there was a good cause to go. Why do we get in half of these wars anyway?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you?
What's that?
I just went silent for a second there. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to mute because my oven
Okay,
alarm's
gotcha.
going off and I don't want a fire in here.
Oh. But nah, each one there's a okay, let's take Afghanistan. No one can say, but I always say that, this is something I learned when I was over there, that they did ask us to come in and help. You know, is it worth our men and women dying? I'm gonna say no to that. But we sign up, we follow orders, so I just leave it be. I might not agree with it, but that's just the way. That's the world that we live in. When the president says go, we go.
Well, is that the president's decision, or is that something? Because I know Congress has to declare war. So when we do
Really?
stuff like that, is that
Really?
Yeah, well, I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. You and many others thought that. When's the last time that happened?
But there's loopholes. Obviously, there's loopholes. That's why I was asking. So is it the president that can just say, "Oh, we're going to send troops over here to assist," or whatever, call it a humanitarian mission, or whatever you want to call it? Is that the way around?
Yeah, that's the way we've been doing it.
That's what I
You know?
figured, but I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't know if Congress was in on it too, because they're getting paid too.
Well, Congress is in on it, depending on who we're talking about in Congress and who's the president, who's making that call.
Right.
So once again, if President Biden says it, then AOC would probably, I don't agree, but he's the president. So
Right.
if it was President Trump, she'll be more outspoken about her disagreement.
Right. Yeah, it's
So,
team politics. And
yeah.
it's a good example you bring up with AOC too, because like let's look at it for real. I haven't made my decision about her. I don't think she's very bright. I don't know how she got a degree, but she's apparently popular. But she's young in Congress. Like she's literally a good example of not corruption. Maybe she came through corruption. I don't know, because they said that they had a lottery and she won the lottery to become congressman.
Really?
Whatever. Yeah, well, that's what they said. Her brother put her in for it, actually. They had auditions. I don't know if
Wow.
it's true, but even if it is true, the point I'm getting at, she goes from bartending to politics. So my impression of politicians is they're groomed for these. So she's a perfect example of politics at work through the natural move to politics. You know what I mean? Like she didn't
Right.
get groomed in the beginning, which is maybe why she is outspoken on certain things. Maybe she's still being, put in check. Hey, you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe the
maybe.
system is up there putting her in check.
Right. As we speak.
Right. So
We
that's
just
a
never
good.
know.
I think that's a good gauge for people to keep an eye out. Because when you watch her behaviors, and I'm not just talking about the hypocrisy, like, when she was in D.C. During the whole start of the pandemic, in her comfortable apartment, telling everybody in her district to lock down while she was, forget the hypocrisy, because that's people. I think people are going to do that anyway. Just like your guy going down to Cancun or whatever.
You talking about Cruz?
Yeah. So that's people. And I think, even if you give them the benefit of the doubt with good intentions, people are still going to do things for themselves in certain scenarios.
Yeah.
But I think it's really interesting to watch somebody like AOC, because I think those quick shifts in behavior should be more telling. Especially, has she been speaking about these wars and the withdrawal? I don't follow her.
Nah.
So,
Me neither. When I say nah, I mean nah. Me neither.
yeah, I'd be curious if anybody follows her that happens to be listening to this to, let
But
us
just
know,
going
because-
off of just going off of what you just said, I kind of respect her a lot more than 3 minutes ago. When you
3
say
minutes?
she's not a typical politician. She
Sure.
wasn't groomed, right?
Sure.
I mean, people were saying that about who? President Trump.
Trump, yeah. Oh, no,
You
and
know what I
that's,
mean?
that's, like I said, I don't think she speaks knowledge. I don't think think she really does, but just for that sake alone, she didn't come in as part of the establishment. That does put her a step above in respect for all the others. She can lose that quick, but I think that's a telltale sign. I think you really follow her and you'll see politics at work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's for if she's for the war, against the war, there's going to be people in both sides of her ears or both ears.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
But we'll see. But I think she's for this withdrawing out of Afghanistan.
Well, I think it's time. I think it's time for America, especially now that we've got, we got a lot of people inside America pointing fingers for all the culture crap that's going on, right? But we also have people outside. People outside America, they're going to look at you. You guys can't even keep your stuff, you can't keep your trash, you got your dirty laundry everywhere. Like, look, people are pointing it. I think it's time. I think it's really time. And this is what I appreciate about Trump. Nationalist does not mean white nationalist. Nationalist means nationalist. And I think we need to start putting America first. Stop getting in these wars for other people. Stop saving other people. I mean, we could support them in other ways. We don't have to send troops over there. So let's stop going to these wars. We already send most of these countries money.
True.
So money
and military arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like as we had on another episode when we were bagging on the Canadians. Love you guys. We got Canada to defend. We've got Mexico to soothe and invite over for all of our benefits. You know what I mean? We don't have the capacity, nor should we. We shouldn't be in every country. We shouldn't be in every war or just because somebody needs help. Well, we can support you in other ways. Start nailing these countries that are right near you.
Yeah, I agree.
And if we're worried about Iran, let's say Iran has an influencer there. If we're worried about Iran, so that gets us involved. Let's say Iran is our threat, and now all of a sudden they're supporting the one side of Afghanistan. So we want to support the other side to keep Iran. If Iran is not a threat to other people over there, other countries, then let them in Afghanistan fight it out.
Right.
At the end of the day, if we have to go into both of them, then we go into both of them to take care of when it's a problem. But I just don't think that's a preemptive move.
Right.
Especially countries like Afghanistan.
Yeah. I think I guess if the peace is there already in Afghanistan, it's not going to be any more peace than it is today. And It's time to come home based on the peacekeeping mission, the somewhat war, and whatever it was before that. If the mission's accomplished times 3, 4, whatever, and it's just time to come home. Whether or not that's going to happen just because he said it, remains to be seen. But that's how I feel about it.
And what do you think? Let's say you're 100% right with. I don't know. I'm assuming you're right, so I have no reason not to think so. That they did invite us over there. So, is it a minority of they or a majority of they? You understand what I'm saying? So, where's the balance shifted? Let's say the majority of they are terrorists, all right, just for the sake of good guy, bad guy. Okay, say the majority of the country are terrorists, and then the government is not, but they're the minority. So, who does the country belong to? You know what I mean? Do we go in and say, "Hey, we'll protect you from the majority," and then flip that around? Yeah. So let's say on Afghanistan, if the terrorists are a minority, then you should be able to handle them.
Right. But what if they can't and they ask for help?
But at what point can't they? Like, what is it? All the men are terrorists and all the children are looking for help?
Well, maybe they just don't have the means. I mean, if you really look at it, I mean, they were busy fighting. They went from fighting Russia to fighting us. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, and Russia's probably supporting the terrorists, so it really hasn't changed.
No, they don't support the terrorists. They supported Trump. Remember, you got to get it right.
No, that was the rumor. That was Russian disinformation.
Yeah. That's Russian hate speech. Yeah.
Right. Now it's chargeable offense in Russia. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to pull the pin on that one? Just for me, if it's true, we're coming out of Afghanistan. I support it 100%, and it's long overdue. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
How
mind a
about you?
presence if we're assisting and monitoring, but we don't need to be all those troops over there for no better benefit than yeah. You gotta give me a better reason to get money and troops.
Right. Right.
So
Well, but just to get money is okay. Yeah.
well, no, I mean I don't agree with that. But if you're getting money and troops, like I said,
Yeah.
if we really believe in their cause and they're being oppressed, like let me just throw that out there, then maybe the money's worthy, valuable. Okay, we're
Mm.
one of the richest nations. I don't even want to say we're the richest nation anymore, but because we're probably not.
All
But
right.
sure, if we're sending the money anyway, just use that money for defenses. Heck,
Yeah.
start recruiting outside your country of people who are next. I mean, if
Yeah.
these terrorists take over Afghanistan, you think they're going to stop there?
It's true.
So
A lot of
all
people
the
don't see
countries
that.
around them should be having invested interest,
Yeah.
not
A lot of
one way
people
over
not.
here.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So, all
But
right,
yeah.
yeah, you want to add more, or
No.
you
No.
want
No.
to just?
No. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good.
All right. So yeah, let's pull the pin so I can get that food out of my oven before my house burns down. Um, let's go into our little segment. I don't know if you got one prepared or if you just want to person of the week, person of the day, something to pull the pin on, whatever you got.
No, I'm gonna have to take a pass on. I'm gonna have to pull a Brian on this one.
Pull a Brian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Navy
Like I,
Brian.
okay. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
have
want to
anything.
leave.
I don't have anything. That's what
Yeah, I
it
know you
is,
do.
right?
But I guess I'll go first because I don't want to leave the show with nothing. You
Right.
know, I want to actually, I don't know, people of the week, I guess you can call them, because I'm starting to see more and more of them. I'm starting to see more and more people start to, what I guess you'd come out of the closet from the side of actually standing up now for the mask nonsense and this whole school stuff. And I mean, more and more people are starting to get outspoken, which is great because that's what's going to start everything going. If there's if they're pulling this nonsense, somebody's got to stand up. And like you've heard before, it's not the first person that stands up. It's usually the second person that gets the third and fourth and fifth to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
So I commend all those people that stood up and are standing up against stupid rules and these nonsense tyrannical people coming after our guns and stuff. I don't have a lot of examples, but I don't have a specific example, but there's enough out there that I've been seeing lately. So I'm proud of you guys. Keep up the good fight. You thought of
What are
anything?
they standing up against what?
Tyranny, all the nonsense that's happening,
With the mask?
all of it. The
Oh,
masks, the schools indoctrinating the children, the teachers that don't want to go to work and want to get paid, and people are starting to get angry. Yeah, but
your pull the pin is getting bigger.
yeah. Well, I don't want. That's why I say I want to talk about all of it. I'm just all of you peoples, you
Yeah, yeah.
peoples, those people, right? We're not allowed to say those people standing up.
I wanted to talk about this, but I think it's good enough for a pull the pin.
All right.
I think it's something that's near and dear, definitely to your heart. If you look over your right shoulder, um, yeah, right. Keep looking underneath
Yeah,
the American flag. There you go.
that
There you go.
replica.
Yeah, that replica. But
Yeah,
no, Governor Abbott here in Texas said that he's about to sign some legislation, allowing the average citizen to carry a firearm in public.
like open
It's
carry.
just, yeah, and then it's like constitutional carry or whatever, and I'm like, wow, wow.
I thought Texas already had open carry.
Oh no, no, yeah, you gotta have a license though. This is a
Really?
constitutional. Is it constitutional carry? Yeah, constitutional carry they call it. And I was like, wow, okay, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna
Yeah.
be interesting. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep monitoring that one just to see if it happens. And I think a lot of people are wrong in how they say, oh, it's gonna turn into the Wild Wild West. Well, the Wild Wild West, the actual Wild Wild West, wasn't as wild as a lot of people make it seem to be like they see in the movies or TV. A lot of people don't know it was all that gunfighting. That was rare.
Yeah. And
Why?
when it was
Everybody had a gun.
respectable one on
Yeah,
one.
yeah, and it was like
Yeah.
everybody had a gun, so it's like, nah, you're not gonna just shoot because then you got, oh shit, somebody's gonna shoot me, So I'm 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 kind of interested to see what's gonna happen, but I want to pull the pin on these people who are criticizing him because they can predict the future. And I always say clairvoyance, whew, it's always a negative.
They can
You
predict
get
the
what I'm saying?
future, but they can't
Yeah,
read the facts.
right, right.
Statistics are already out there. So, all right. Well, let's pull the pin on
Yeah.
them, and let's
Yep.
pull the pin on this episode. And thank you all for joining us. Thanks for putting up with us. Thanks for letting me cut it short so I don't burn my
Oh,
house down. What?
you hear that? I thought I heard the fire department. Go ahead.
No, 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 no. You're prolonging it. I don't know what you're doing, but until next time, Godspeed.
Pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.